Guys, I feel like such a beauty guru today. I have a candle burning in the background. It smells like a spa in here. I don't know why I don't do this all the time. Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys another video where we are going to be testing out 5-star rated new makeup products just to see if they're actually worth the rating. Do they deserve 5 stars right out of the gate? I don't really know. We're gonna find out. I am also gonna show you guys how I do my 10-minute loose waves. I've been getting a lot of requests from you guys ever since I had mentioned that I managed to get it down to like, okay, not quite 10 minutes, but like 11.5 minutes. That's pretty good for waves. And for the hair, I'm going to be using all Lange products. I'm working with them for this video, so big thanks to them for supporting it. They are having a huge sale going on right now for Mother's Day. You can get up to 70% off when you click on the link below in the info bar. And yeah, let's just dive right into it. There are a lot of products here. As with everything for the makeup portion, I will be doing like a full day wear test for you guys. We are going to test out these makeup products, see what works, what doesn't. I mean, as always, I hope they all work. But make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out when new videos go live every Thursday and Sunday. And without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so we are zoomed in now. I'm going to pin back my hair because we're actually going to start with the face makeup. I want to get all of that done so I don't get foundation in my hair, because knowing me, that's exactly what's going to happen. Look at these clips. They're little bows. They're so cute. I bought them from Kitsch and they're so freaking cute. I cannot with them. I'm also going to put a little bit of a conditioner on my lips because the product that I'm testing for my lips, spoiler alert, is like a 24-hour lip stain, and I'm really excited about it because I hope it works. But I'm using, this is the Bite Beauty Nighttime Lip Therapy, only I don't use it just for nighttime. I use it all day long. I think this is actually pretty new. And also 5-star rated. Okay, now let's move on to a primer. This is by YSL. It's their Top Secrets Instant Matte Pore Refiner. This is a product that is specifically supposed to be used in areas where you would tend to get like oily or have enlarged pores, and pores are like my number one thing, and they just show up like craters, like right in this area, right here, like right in the center of the face, you know, where you really want them to be visible. This also has salicylic acid in it, so it's supposed to, over time, kind of refine the texture of your skin. It's going to make your pores look less noticeable the more often you use it. And right now it has about 6 reviews, so not that many, got right in at the beginning. And it has a rating of 4.8 out of 5 stars, so pretty high rating. Now you can apply this like all over your face if you have super oily skin, but I don't have that, so I'm just gonna focus this a little bit more. Oh, ow. I have like one of those nodular acne spots like right there, and I didn't know it was there. I'm like, ah, just whacked it super hard with my hand. That was great. Okay, so that is on. Wow, that did a really good job making my pores look like invisible. Ooh. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Melt away those pores, YSL. Melt them. Now I'm gonna go on to foundation. And I think I was actually gonna use the Bare Minerals. This is their Complexion Rescue, but this is a hydrating foundation stick. And I don't think that I've put that on top of like a pore minimizing anti-oiliness kind of a primer that will mesh really well, although this is a really good one. I do really like this foundation if you have drier skin. That's really good. So maybe instead today I will go in with my L'Oreal Infallible. This is their 24-hour fresh wear. You guys know, love this stuff. Cannot get enough. And every time I'm always like, I need to try something new, you know, just like venture out a little, branch out, Rachel. The world is your oyster. But no, I always come back to this one because it's great. I love that I just started filming and already my battery is about to die. That's cool, no problem. Ooh, and I don't have any primer on like the rest of my face. So I'm kind of curious how this L'Oreal foundation does without any primer to like stick to. Ooh, this will be interesting. Oh wow, like that little spot right there. Cool, can't cover that up with foundation, thanks. Wow, my pores look like invisible right now. Oh, this is very exciting. Now on to another new product for concealer. We're going to be testing out the Marc Jacobs Accomplice Concealer and Touch-Up Stick. This is a long-wearing creamy concealer. It has 17 different full coverage shades to choose from. Perfect for on the go as well, I guess by the size of it. We're gonna find out. How big is it actually? Oh, yeah. It's like the size of a lipstick. That's pretty cool. And it seems like they did an independent consumer study, which I always find interesting, seeing the results of those. Can you imagine like walking in and being paid to be like, hey, put on this really expensive concealer for 16 hours and let us know what you think? That'd be great. I would do that. 97% said that this product helped to blur the look of imperfections and hide dark spots. 94%, a little bit lower, but still 94%, agreed that this helped reduce the look of blemishes as well. So even though it's a creamy concealer, it could be used on top of blemishes. So we'll put that to the test today. Ooh, you know what we should do? We should roll this up and see how much product we get. That is always interesting. Okay, so we get this much product, and it was $38. So not a lot of product. I guess it depends on how creamy it is. If it's a super creamy consistency and it like takes a lot of product to cover, then this isn't going to be a very good buy. But let's find out. We'll give it a go. I'm also gonna stick a little bit on this zit right here, a little bit over here, a little bit on my chin. Oh, forgot again that I have a zit there. Maybe around my nose, a little bit there. Oh, in the center of my nose. I always get this redness thing here. Oh, and something I didn't even notice, they created a dip in the surface that's perfect for fitting your fingertip if you wanted to like rub the product on that way. You can swipe it on like I did with just the stick. You can dip with like a beauty sponge or a concealer brush. It seems like a pretty flexible product. So I'm gonna try and blend it out on one side with a sponge, and the other side I'm gonna use my fingertips and just kind of see how each side wears. Some products don't like sponges, others don't like brushes. Some need to be blended immediately and others need to like sit on the skin for a bit. It's all trial and error, okay? And then we'll try and blend it out with the fingers on the other side. I have to say, while it is creamy and applies easily to the skin, it is also not so creamy that I feel like there's so much on my skin that it makes it difficult to blend out. So that is really nice. And it's blending over those little red spots that I had very, very easily. So far, both sides look good. They are starting to crease. Obviously, I haven't set anything yet, but it is a bit of a creamier consistency. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I like really blend that out before I set it. And to set everything, I'm gonna be using my Jouer Soft Focus Powder. This is also pretty new. I don't think it's very highly rated though. I don't know. So far, I kind of like it. It seems to set everything really nicely and doesn't look too dry, which is good, especially like under the eye area. What on earth is happening underneath my eyes right now? Is this concealer like peeling? I don't understand. Is it because of the pore refiner? I feel like it's not. This isn't a silicone product to my understanding, and I didn't really apply it here. I applied it like here, and it's like peeling right underneath the eye in like big chunks. Oh no. Ugh. I wonder what caused that. That's so bizarre. I applied like my usual Pixie depuffing mask, but like I've used that in a lot of videos with a lot of other products and it's had tons of time to dry. Like I applied that way earlier this morning. So I feel like that wouldn't be it. I don't understand. Was it the powder? I don't know. Maybe I'll try a different powder. I'll use a little bit of my Fenty powder here. Test that out. Okay, I think it's fine now. Maybe it was the Jouer powder. I don't know. I've never had an issue like that before. That was weird. Then we'll just set the rest of the face. And I'm just going to use the Elizabeth Arden powder that I would normally do. Just pat it all in. For bronzer and actually also eyeshadow today, we're going to be using the new NARS limited edition face palette. This is the Summer Nights one. This is what it looks like. It has 4 eyeshadows, a highlight, as well as a bronzer. Just a super easy staple kind of a palette. And I'm actually not going to be using the highlight today, so I'm going to swatch it because I have another highlight I'm going to be testing. Let's see. That's pretty. I feel like that would be a little dark for my skin though. So let's go in with the bronzer. We'll go back to the eyeshadow a little bit later. Whoa, that was super pigmented. Let's blend that out. I have to say, now I understand this is a face palette. It's supposed to be one of those like stick in your bag, take it to go, travel with it and everything kind of a palette. And it is a fairly large pan, but I do, like, I'm so used to having the little single bronzer, so I'm like having to like be very careful not to get it into this dark brown. And don't get me wrong, I do love an all-in-one kind of a palette. Makes it a lot easier on those days where I have to like bring my, I don't know if any other moms out there do this, but I have to like sometimes take a bunch of my makeup and bring it downstairs and do my makeup downstairs while the kids are eating breakfast. And that's like all the time I have. So the fewer number of products I have to carry with me, the better. Ooh, I wonder what the highlight looks like. Like maybe we can apply it to the shoulders today. See what that looks like. Get a little shoulder highlight going on, you know? Well, it's not as exciting as I thought it was gonna be. I don't really want subtle in this particular case. Like how am I just applying it through my jewelry? I just don't care. Enjoy my highlight. H&M jewelry. Let's toss on a little bit of blush. I'm gonna use a Colourpop blush today. I'm gonna start with this one. This is Thumper, which is a bright pink, and like, just really like it. I just really like it. Okay, now that the face, we're looking good. It's a good start. I'm gonna adjust my camera a little bit. Hang on. Okay, I think that's better. I think I tilted it so you can see more of my hair, you know? I also threw on a sweater because that was chilly. All right. Clips are out. Let's skip into these loose, easy waves. So the first thing I like to do is I want to split my hair into 3 sections this way. So I'm just going to divide basically like the ends of my brows and back. And I'm going to pin this up. Where did I put my clip? Oh, pinned it to my waistband. Then I'm just going to do a little bit of a brush because this is only the first time that I brushed my hair today. This is the Sienna paddle brush, and it is really good for fine to medium hair, which as you can plainly tell, that is what I have. And it has little itty bitty like little boar bristles like right at the base of the brush, which is really good for like taking any of the oils at the scalp and like distributing it through and making your hair like nice and shiny, which is great because I don't want the oils up at the top of my head. I just need my whole hair to look nice, not just greasy roots. And speaking of greasy roots, what I tend to do is the night before, ooh, this is a good trick. What I tend to do is wash my hair the night before, put dry shampoo in my hair, shake it all in, and that's just going to soak up any of the excess oils that I have. And then by morning, I have a little bit of texture in my hair, so it's not so like soft, and it's just going to make it easier for the waves to actually work in my hair. And now to actually curl my hair, I'm going to be using today, this is their 1-inch curling wand. You can see it's already warmed up, so maybe I shouldn't hold this and I should put it down while I talk about it. You can adjust the temperature depending on how fine or thick your hair is. This is 100% titanium, so it's going to give you really good like shine in your hair, and also has a cooler tip because no, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm clumsy and I will burn myself on literally anything. It could be a curling wand, a blow dryer, flat iron, the sun. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a section like this and I'm going to just apply it almost like at an angle behind the hair strand, like so. I'm going to wind it around once, depends on how long your hair is, just basically in the middle of the length of hair. And then I'm just going to wiggle it back and forth so it's not so defined of a curl. And then I'm just going to let it go. And voila. First little wave, just a little baby one. And I know that wasn't super exciting, but that's all I do. And it just makes it super easy. I don't have to think about it. I can even do this, like I said before, you know how I bring down makeup to do makeup when my kids are eating? If it's not makeup, it could be hair things. And I can just do this and not even think about it because it's just so straightforward. And I've gotten to a point now where I know where my curl spot is, which is crucial if you want to get really, really good and really fast at doing this. And basically that's like the spot where you get that perfect little wave, you know, like it's not too close to the end and you get this Shirley Temple look. It's not like a weird, like I have this weird spot on one side of my head that if I curl it, I will just end up with this weird like cowlick, like flip in my hair, and I can't get rid of it. But I feel like the same thing applies for like makeup. If you know where to put a wing liner, you apply it and it's magic every single time. And if you put it in the wrong spot, it's immediate chaos. Like if I move my wing like just like a 0.5 millimeter down, then anytime I go like this, my wing goes from here to like bent. I'm gonna be honest, for the back, I just kind of like stick the wand underneath and like wrap the hair around because my hair is pretty short back there. And that's basically all I do. It's in the back. I can't see it, so I don't really care. And I'll hold, you'll notice I'm holding on to the tip and I'm kind of like keeping the curl in for like 0.5 second and then releasing. And that's just gonna give the curl a minute to just sort of form. And then once I am done a section, going in with Salt and Sea texturizing spray. I love like a beach spray like this. It has sea salt in it. It's really good for fine hair. It has a little bit of hold to it. It smells really good. Oh, I don't know what it is, like kind of a mix of like a nice hair salon and the ocean. I don't know, maybe your hair salon's at the beach. That'd be awesome. So either what I'll do is I'll either spray it directly onto the hair and scrunch it up, but for the first layer, what I'll usually do is I will spray my hand. It has a nice soft mist too. I know it's important for setting sprays, but also for your hair. And I'll just kind of scrunch it in. Try not to get it all over my computer. And it's just gonna give my hair just that little bit of hold. It's not gonna make it crusty or gross, but it's also gonna give it some texture. So love that. Now we're gonna move on to the next section. I told you this was easy, everyone. If I can do it, you can do it. Promise. And I'm sectioning off the final section, like right just beyond, I guess, where my arch is. So like right there. I'm gonna throw that section up because I like more waves at the top, you know, because then it looks like I actually made an effort. And I need as much volume as I can get. And that's a good way of making it happen. Wow, I look chic right now. I am a vision, everyone. And then I'm just gonna repeat. I'm just gonna take a front section like this. Just wind it around, just basically in the middle. See how it's kind of angled back like that? I'm gonna wind it around. I'm just gonna wiggle it a little bit. And even if I don't get every single hair, it doesn't even matter because it just looks like it was supposed to be like that. Sometimes I'll go a little higher towards the back. If one of the ones in the front was a little bit lower, I'll go higher in the back and it kind of balances it too, you know? This has become my go-to style for date night too. It's either gonna be that or I'm just going in a ponytail. Layer number 2, done. On to texturizing spray. Final layer. I had to steal this brush back from my daughter because she took it because it was pretty in pink. And then for the front pieces, I will start the curl basically just below where the eye is. I probably do a little bit more curl in the front one than I do with the rest of the hair. And we'll just wiggle it back and forth a little bit and voila. And I feel like it's good to have like a spot that you start just the first curl right in the front because you want them to kind of be even on either side. So right after the eye is basically, that's what works for me. And the top layer is like basically like 2 or 3 curls for me. So this makes it very easy. And again, to spray my hair. Sometimes I'll even take some onto my fingertips and I'll like kind of like apply it underneath onto the root. And there you go. Super easy, kind of like beachy waves. And like really did not take that much time at all. And now let's move into the eyes. Oh, actually before we get into the eyes, I should probably do highlighter, which I said I was gonna do before and then I entirely forgot. Whoops. This is the ABH loose highlighter. They came out with 3 different shades and I decided to test out, I think it's called Snowflake. Yeah, Snowflake. Awesome. This is the lightest shade that they had and I was hesitant at first to get it because it looked very icy, but in reading some of the comments, a lot of people were saying how beautiful it melts onto the skin when you have fair skin. It just makes you look like you're glowing. All right, so let's put some into the cap right here. I wanna swatch it for, oh, this looks very, very frosty. That's what it looks like. So nothing super exciting yet, just a lot of glitter, like a lot of chunks of glitter, which I don't know, maybe that looks really good on the skin and I am just prejudging. We're gonna dip a brush in. Let's test it out. Like it's very like glittery, but all I'm getting is glitter, but not in the like Fenty way, you know, where it's just like it looks like your skin is wet. I don't feel like I'm getting that with this. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about this one. I'm gonna see what it looks like in natural light without my studio lights kind of really showing off the glitter. And I will report back to you guys end of day and we'll see what it looks like, but I don't know. Just kind of glittery. Now I have to take off my sweater. I can't decide what temperature this room is. Let's go in and see how like easy breezy these shades are. Now the one thing I will say right off the bat, I'm just kind of swatching them on my hand just to see what they feel like. They're very soft. The shimmers are definitely quite pigmented and smooth. But the thing that I'm noticing is that basically it's this shade and the darkest shade. Oh wait, no, it's not. There's only one matte shade other than the bronzer in this palette. So here are all shimmer. This is the one matte as well as the bronzer, and then there's the highlight. And this feels like this matte shade feels a little like dark for me, but let's try it. We'll experiment. I think I'm gonna start with the bronzer shade actually because it's a little lighter. Start with that all over the crease and then go in with a little bit more precision with that one because that's the nice thing about an all over palette is it should be able to do everything. All right, now that we have a little bit of a base on, let's move on and get a little smaller brush here, and we'll tap into this guy. And so far I have to say, the fact that I can't use the highlight, like it's just not glowy enough for me, I can't use it as an inner corner, that is a deterrent for me to using it. I think that the quality thus far anyway seems to be good. It seems to be blending well, but the color isn't one I can reach for like on an everyday basis, or at least not as like an overall face palette. But the weird thing is that the bronzer does match me and is lighter, and the highlight is too dark. So this feels like a little bit of a mismatch to me. I'm trying to add some of this like bronzy shade to my lid here to see if I can make it more sparkly with my, like just patting it on. It's very subtle. Like there's not a lot of glimmer to it. Like it might as well just be a matte shade, you know? I put a little bit of this on top. Will that make it sparkly? Not really. What about the highlight? Will the highlights make it sparkly? Not really. Okay, got it. I don't know, the palette's pretty, but it's not like a be-all end-all for me. I think that the quality is good. The shades are just a little mismatched, and I don't see myself using this on a regular basis. Now I'm just gonna do a little tight line here. I'm using, what is this? This is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio gel pencil. This is only my second time using this though, so we'll test it out too. Woo! Very black, very pigmented, really, really creamy. Now let's throw on a little mascara and then get into that lip product. And the lip product we're going to be testing out today is by Givenchy. This is their lip ink. It is a 24-hour comfort, no transfer, waterproof lip stain. According to the website, it says it's going to be intense color, really hydrating, and last all day. So I am stoked, and I got a nice bright color because we gotta test that, obviously. Because I mean, for like nice nude colors, I don't mind reapplying and having like a bullet lipstick or like a gloss or something like that. But for a bright color, especially for like going outside in the summertime and stuff, I want something that's going to last on my lips. So I'm very excited about this. It is very, very highly rated, very promising. So this is the color I got. I got Free Pink, and it has this like, looks like a foot. The applicator, it legitimately looks like a foot. That is hilarious. It's a little bit more angled. It has an oval shape to it. And let's apply, oh, actually, you know what? Before I apply it, let's make sure I take off all of my lip balm. I don't want it messing up the results. We're good. Ooh, love it. You can't tell, because I'm trying to concentrate, and I'm very excited about this. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love this color. It's like, it starts out super tacky, so I'm letting it dry down a little bit because I think it'll just sink into the skin. It's not going to be tacky for a long period of time, but the color is so vibrant. Like it doesn't even look like a stain. Usually stains are very watery and liquidy and they don't have any pigment to them. But this one does. It's very bright. It is summery. I'm excited about it. So fingers crossed this stays on my lips all day because I love it so far. But yeah, I'm just gonna go about the rest of my day. I will check in with you guys tonight. We'll see how everything is wearing, how everything is looking, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, it is now at the end of the day. This is what my makeup is now looking like, so let's talk about it. So first of all, let's talk about the lip stain because that was probably the product I was the most excited about. And you can see this is what is left on the lips. I have not touched this up at all. I did apply a balm on top, probably, I want to say about 5 hours in or so. I really wanted to see how the stain would actually last. And at first, when I applied it, it was a very, very bright, vivid pink. And as I drank things and ate things throughout the day, it started to wear off almost this like coating like around here, and I was like, oh, so it darkened up a lot as after I had applied it, which I wasn't expecting, but it did settle down to like a nice stain, and it was really pretty, but it wasn't like the bright pink that it was when I first applied it. And you can see like it's there, but it's settled down a lot. Now it is the end of the day. I think it's close to like 10:30 at night now. So it's been on for a while, but not the full like 16-hour deal. Like it doesn't last that long, but it was very comfortable. It felt good on the lips. It felt hydrating on the lips and not like it didn't feel like super dry or anything like that, which was nice. I could put a balm on top and that didn't make it transfer or anything like that. Like, it was really honestly transfer proof, except for that first layer that I first applied. I don't know what was up with that. Maybe I just like applied too much of it at the beginning. I was just too excited. The eyeshadow, it's fine. Like, it's just fine. The concealer looks really good. It lasted really well. It has stayed on like underneath my eyes and in like the little zit spots I had and whatever, and it looked really good. It didn't settle or crease or anything like that, but you don't get a lot for how much you pay. So that is my one thing. Like, I feel like I'm gonna run out of it super fast. My foundation still stayed on really well too. Just wanna point that out. L'Oreal Fresh Wear, my love, my only love. I'm just kidding. I love you, Chris, and my children. The highlight you can see is super blinding, but it's more of like an Instagram highlight than an everyday highlight. Like, it's very, very glittery. It's not something that would like pop on and go to play group. I don't know why it wasn't showing up super well. Like, you can see it right now in the light. It's quite blinding, but it doesn't look natural. But what do you guys think? Have you tried any of these products before? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Are there any other highly rated or not so highly rated products that you guys want me to test out next? Leave me a comment down below. Big thanks to Lange for supporting today's video. Go and check out the link down below to the Mother's Day sale. You can check out new videos on the side in case you have missed any, and subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Thursday and Sunday. And that is everything. I hope you guys are having an awesome week, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah.